Hi, this is Rich with LiDAR News, and we're here at the Exelis booth at ILMF 2012 in Denver. And this is Bill Akubo, and he's the product manager for Exelis E3D. And he's going to give us a little demo on the product and tell us what they've got in the latest 3.0.
All right. Thank you, Rich. E3D is our LiDAR processing tool, and it's a version 3 as the initial version here. So what you're looking at right here is the main display window where I have a point cloud rendered here. And you can see that there's a variety of detail within this window here that's available. We also have a couple of other windows here. One of the keys is this operations log on the lower left here, which reports back a lot of information about the software as you're processing and using it. In the middle here is the main navigation window. So if I want to change the area of display in the main window there, I select a bounding box in that navigate window and I can move to that. So in our point cloud, you can see it's a basic point cloud type rendering. There are some tools in E3D, things like measurement. So if I want to measure from one point, catch that again, click on that measurement tool. If I want to measure from the rooftop of this building to this building over here, I can do that. When I click down in the operations log here, you can see that the distance between the points there is 69.91 meters. Okay, so we have basic tools for manipulating the point cloud. This data set has already been processed, so E3D has a concept of a QA view. So this is where you can actually see more clearly some coloring of the different features that have been extracted from E3D. E3D will extract buildings, trees, power lines, and power poles automatically. So that's one of its real strengths here. So in the display here, you can actually turn off and turn on items. If I want to turn off the trees, I can click on this dialog there. If I want to turn off the buildings, I can do that. If I want to turn off the terrain. So there's a variety of different ways you can manipulate the view there. If you want to do a cross-section, select the cross-section tool, and if I draw a line through a region here and click, then you can see that in the lower bottom area there, I have a cross-section view that's rendered in the black area on the bottom. Okay. If I click, now if I move within this cross-section window, if I want to do some sort of manipulation, I can actually move the point cloud there. And if you want to see the top of that roof there, I can see that it's just over 20 meters is the top dimension of that roof. Okay. And then the last thing, we have a really nice 3D surface view. So once you've processed your LiDAR point cloud, you've extracted the features, the buildings, the trees, the DEMs, you can actually render that in a 3D view. So when I click on this 3D view, another window will open. And now I actually have a view of the same scene rendered as 3D objects here. So the buildings, trees, all really stand out. We use a default texture on the roof and the side of the buildings for the view. The purple that you can see in the background there are some power lines. So those same features are really correlated to the scene that you see here.
Looks like there's an aerial drape as well for like the roads.
Yeah, that's just the ortho photo.
Gotcha.
That's used there. So now if I click on an area in this particular 3D viewer, the QA view updates so that you can see the same reporting extent of the image there. Right. And then for, let me just show this real quick, for output, if you want to export, there's a number of different formats that we support, one of them being Google Earth. So if you want to export your buildings, overlay that onto a Google Earth scene, you can do that. And then let me just show you this launch products in Envy. So again, Exelis Envy is our primary remote sensing image processing software. You might want to do something like extract buildings from E3D and DEM or something like that, and then launch that in Envy. Okay. So I'll go ahead and, if you zoom in here, I'll click on this button here, which gives me a dialog where I can select. So let me just turn off some of these things. But let me just pick the building perimeters, for instance, and show you how that'll render in Envy. So when I click that button, it'll launch Envy. Give that a moment. And now, basically what you're going to see in the main window of NB is you're going to see the building perimeters rendered for this particular scene here. So now we've got an automatic way to have that integration between the two products where shape files, images, things that you may want to manipulate as layers in NB automatically come out of E3D.
Okay.
That's basically what we have here. It's a new tool, runs on Windows, and it's been very popular, getting a lot of attention here at the show.
Great. And so for more information, Exelis Viz?
Yep, Exelis.
EXELISVIS.com.
Yep. That's right.
And I guess thanks for the demo, and have a great show.
All right. Thanks, Rich.
Thanks,
Bye
Bill.
now.